everyone, it's the 2-0 here, coming at you with my 60 card Grass Paleo-Frog deck list. People have been asking, and I can finally deliver. So let's jump right into it. We're playing 2 Absolute King Backjack. This card is really cool in the fact that if it's sent to the graveyard, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck and stack them, place them in any order, and then during your opponent's turn, you can banish Backjack from your graveyard and then excavate the top card of your deck. If it's a normal trap card, you can set it to your field and it can be activated that turn. I play this card in combination with Fiend Griefing. This says target a monster in your opponent's graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, and then you can send a Fiend type monster from your deck to the grave. And I play a very standard 3 dupe, 3 swap, 2 Ronin. I play 3 Maxi. The next up is 2 Nemesis Corridor. This is a cool little tech. It allows you to summon Thunder Dragon Colossus because that is a Thunder Monster's effect that activates in the hand. Therefore, you can tribute it to summon Thunder Dragon Colossus. And we play, for board clears, we play 1 Raigeki, 2 Lightning Storm. I haven't really had it come up too much where Lightning Storm's not live. Most of the time you can set a bunch of back rows, set a monster, and then you're like card atomizing. And then you'll have Lightning Storm for the next turn, or if you draw in a Lightning Storm, you can still play it. So it's really good in that sense. Raigeki is just board clear monsters, and you can already have a board, so it's, different situations. I play 3 Reasoning. This card's just a blowout. Most people don't call 2, and even if they do call 2, I have 1s that potentially get hit. I have 4s that potentially get hit. Those aren't very good when they get summoned, don't get me wrong, but you can still get the summon off sometimes. And the important part is that it puts paleo traps in your graveyard, and sometimes even just putting that 1 frog into the graveyard is good. Then you play 3 card atomize. Like, consistency-wise, you draw plenty of hands where card atomize is, like, really live. Sometimes you draw it where you need to be patient and wait to use your card atomize. That happens, and you just kind of flex, decide what you need to do based on the starting hand. I play 1 Desires. Desires has just always been a really good card. I played this card in 3 in, like, initial 60 card Paleo Frogs back in, like, Zoo format, and it's just a really good card. You most of the time don't care about banishing 10 because you play so many 3-ofs. And then the free +1 is absurd. It also is Ash Bait. Then we play 3 That Grass Looks Greener. Swap Frog Grass is like my favorite 2 cards to see in an opening hand. Summon Swap Frog, check for Ash. If they Ash you, they're probably going to Ash that swap. Otherwise, you just Grass and mill 20 cards. Then there's 3 Waboku. This card says you don't die in a lot of situations, and sometimes those situations result in you having 4 paleo traps on the board because you like flip up all your back row, and now all of a sudden you have all of these combo pieces that you can make into Toads, Opabinas, and just explode on the next turn. We already talked about Fiend Griefing. I played 3 Olenoids, 3 Canadia, 3 Dynamiscus, 3 Morella. Those are the best 4 paleo traps. Can't contest me on that. So we play those at maxes. Then we play 2 Leoncolia. I really like this card. It allows you to advance and put more pressure on your opponent. It also lets you get back your Ronin if they get banished, or sometimes Toad gets banished off like Called by the Grave, and you have to Leoncolia, put it back into your graveyard, Herald of Pure Light, put it back into your extra deck so that you can make another Toad. It happens, and so it's there for that situation. I play 2 so that you can trap trick it, because that does come up every once in a while, but usually you just search it off Opabinia, and you want to be able to still search for another one after you've already milled 1 to the graveyard after, like, Grass or whatever. Then I play 2 Lost Wind. It's a target for Morella. It sets itself on your opponent's turn, and then you usually have it for your turn to counter their board. Then next is 3 Infinite Impermanence. This card's amazing. It's Effect Veiler, plus it has additional effects. Yes, you have to control no cards, I get it. So it's a little situational compared to Effect Veiler. But sometimes you just win games because people don't pay attention and activate spell cards in the same column that you have your set impermanence while they have a monster up, and you just win the game because their monster effects negated and their spell traps negated. Next is 3 Trap Trick. I play this at 3 just because it's very unlikely that you're going to draw multiple copies, and it's 99% 9% of the time it's alive. I've had one particular occasion where I grassed down to 9 cards and then my trap check was dead. But I still won. Then we play one Solemn Judgment that's just negate. It's super good, especially if you like set several trap cards. We play one Imperial Order because it just wins games. You just wait for your opponent to play a spell card, flip this. If they don't have Twin Twisters, they probably lose. And then anti-spell, I always flip this in draw phase. And again, like, if they don't have Twin Twisters in response to it, they're probably going to lose. And even sometimes when they do have Twin Twisters, I'll have another trap next to it that's activatable, and they'll hit that. And then you're still, like, winning at that point because they're going negative. So that's it for the main deck. This card is literally a free spot. You can put a Skycav in. Skycav is probably, like, the number one. The one Herald Pure Light is to put back Toads. The one Cat Shark makes OTKs happen. It allows your Toad to get over certain things. 2 Anam. It doesn't come up very often that you need the second one, but I do like having a second one just in case something does happen to the first one. But usually when you get the first Anam out there, you're probably going to win. Because this is Trident that's unaffected by monster effects that also lets you draw cards. Opopenia, OP ban it. Unaffected by monster effects, searches for a Paleo trap card, and you can activate your Paleo trap cards from the hand. It's absurd. Super extender. Toad is self-explanatory. Don't even need to talk about it. Downer Magician. Play this, so main phase 2, you can put it on top of Toad, or you can put it on top of Opopenia, and then end up with 4 material Zeuses. The Paleozoics are all unaffected by Zeus's effect because it's just a monster effect. Play 1 Link Spider because it does come up sometimes where you need the Paleo traps to turn into effect monsters so that you can make Boral Sword. 1 Nightmare Phoenix, there's certain spells and traps that need to be removed. Anemone is just like an extender. You have Swap Ronin on board, you make Anemone instead of Toad. It depends. It is vulnerable to Nibiru at that point. But that is a free extender of 2,000 extra damage. And Boral Sword's really self-explanatory. It just wins games. It OTKs. Boral Sword plus Totally Awesome is 8,200 damage. All sorts of things. This card's really cool. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know a lot of people have been asking about this deck. I will continue to refine it and make changes as I see fit. Right now, I really like this list. There's not really anything wrong with it. The Waking the Dragons doesn't come up often enough for me to feel like I'm missing it. If y'all enjoyed, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think, and leave a like. Show me that you guys do enjoy the videos, and subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Thank you. Peace out.